Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
Good afternoon and welcome to Love and Relationship. My name is Ndon. I will be sharing with you some wisdom keys about love and relationship. Stay tuned. Welcome to today's episode of Love and Relationship. Today I have with me amazing people here to discuss what we call the amazing power of women. And this is to celebrate the Women's Month this August. And I believe that they have interesting stuff to share with us today. And also I want to welcome especially Pastor Toyin here for the first time, Toyin Ugoihe, and with husband. Her husband has been here before, Pastor Chooks. And I think the last time he set this place on fire about sex and all that. So maybe I wouldn't be wrong to call him the pastor who has the expertise to talk about sex, the sex pastor.
I'm not afraid of the subject. Let's put it that way.
So welcome. It's nice to have you again here today.
Thank you for the good work you're doing on this show. Thank you. And today is really special because I came with my wife and my sex partner.
Amen. You're welcome, Pastor Toyin.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you. So today we want to discuss women and women and women. So I would like to ask Pastor Chooks, what will you consider as the amazing power of women?
All right. The amazing power of women is the title of the book I wrote 2 years ago. And what it was about the book was to unpack revelation that God has given to me over the last 25 years.
Okay.
To help women understand what she carries.
Okay.
Woman carries tremendous power on her inside. Woman is really amazing. And what's so powerful about this is that a lot of women do not even know
who they are.
A little percentage of the power that they carry. So what ends up happening is that because you don't know what you carry, it's either you abuse it,
okay,
or you are abused because of it.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. So we took our time to document it in a book.
Okay.
That any woman can read and understand it.
Okay.
And start engaging with the power that they have and use it properly. You know, an example I give often is you can carry a cell phone that you bought for 15,000 rand. And all you do with that cell phone is make a call, send an SMS, maybe WhatsApp, maybe check Facebook, and that's about it. Or maybe do an email. That's about it. But the truth is that your cell phone is so powerful. There are many things that phone can do. So many things. But many people don't know those functionalities. So they never tap into it. They never use it. Because they don't know what the cell phone is. So the same thing, a woman who does not know the power that she carries, she will not be able to harness it. She will not be able to use it. She will not be able to benefit from it or cause her world to benefit from it because she doesn't know the power is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, for the sake of this discussion, before I speak to Toyin, I believe the listeners there or viewers are also wondering, can he give us just one or two examples of this power?
Yeah.
So we can relate with it.
All right.
Beside the beauty that the woman radiates, women know most women think that the only power they carry is the beauty.
That's actually
they radiate.
True, yeah.
But now you speaking about something different. So can you help us understand this?
All right. There's so many things that the woman carries. Let me just drop one or two. When God made her,
okay,
God made woman in Genesis 1. The spirit of woman was created in Genesis 1. But woman only showed up in Genesis 2, verse 7. So the question is, where was she? Between Genesis 1, 26, when God said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness.
Male and female.
Male and female, he created them. So female was created then. But female only came out in Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. Where was she? Now the truth is that she was in God and in Adam.
Okay.
That's where she was. So that leads us to that her natural habitat, the natural habitat of the woman is God and her husband. Now that's very powerful when a woman realizes that for her to find herself, it's in God first. And when she comes into a relationship with her man defines her in a way. One of the things that, it's clear in scriptures, when God built the woman, the Bible says God built her. She wasn't made, because the Hebrew word there means built, not made. The English translators always write made, but the Hebrew word actually means built. God built her, put the man to sleep, opened the rib, took out a bone, and built her from a bone.
Okay.
When God built her and finished, it's amazing that God didn't speak to her. God took her and brought her to Adam. The first words she heard came from Adam. And what was those words? This is now the flesh of my flesh and the bone of my bone. And she shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. Those were the first words that she heard. And those were the words that configured her. Those are the words that determined her identity. Adam said, this is the bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. What that says is that she is, your bone is the strongest part of your skeleton. Your frame and your physical structure, your bone is the strongest part. So she is the strongest of the strongest part of the man. That's bone of my bones. And the flesh is the weakest part of your structure, physical structure. So she is the weakness of my weakness. And this woman who is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh was bottled together in one person. So in one person had the strength, the greatest strength the man had, and in one person had the greatest weakness that the man had. And that's really amazing to think of it, that Adam chose this woman over God. When there was a decision to be made, who do you go with, this woman or God? Adam chose this woman. It tells you that woman is his weakness. And because he framed her that way. Woman is voice activated. Because it was after she heard those words that she came alive. She's voice activated. And because she's voice activated, that's one of her powers actually. She is supposed to be careful who speaks into her life. It's amazing how words affect a woman. It's amazing how words frame and shape a woman. When God spoke in Paul's letters to the Ephesians, he says, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself for her, washing her with the washing of the water by the word. Can you see the word again? It's the speaking of the word of God from the husband to the woman that washes her, that frames her, that configures her. So a woman who is not sitting under a man who is able to speak the word to her has missed out. She will malfunction. She will malfunction big time. And that's why a lot of women are malfunctioning, because they don't have a capable priest over them speaking, because she's voice activated. That's one of her powers. In another power that a woman has is the power to stimulate. A woman is a stimulator. Say something, let me go there.
Okay. No, we will come back there. We'll come back there. But before we go on a short break, I'd like Toyin to confirm this being a woman, because you see some of the things he's speaking are theoretical. I mean, being a man speaking about these things. So you are here as a woman to confirm, are these things real? I mean, what's your experience as a woman? I mean, regarding what he's saying.
Okay, let me put it this way. With regards to the things he said, yes, there are things that are right. And one of the things that we've both understood is his the grace that God has given to him in the area of women.
Okay.
Where God has given him revelation around these things. And over the times, we do a lot of seminars, we do a lot of conferences around women.
Okay.
And these things are things that women have experienced, they're able to relate with. Very true. The woman is voice activated.
Okay.
You know that if a lady receives let's say Valentine, they're always expecting somebody to send, and when they get those lovely gifts, chocolates and all, they're elated. But if they don't get anything, they are sad. So there's that sense of wanting to get affirmation from outside. Women need affirmation.
Okay.
And it comes also with words towards women. It affirms who you are, it affirms what you're doing, it affirms a lot of things. So words definitely activate women. And over the year, he's taught around those things at different nuggets that he's going to be, but that's unpacked in the book about what the amazing power of woman is. And he's talked about one of them. And it's just things that we've seen, even in interacting with women in terms of the sessions that we have, and how it's just showing the book, and how you need to know what your power is. Bottom line is that we've been schooled on who we are. Like you said, it's about our bodies, it's about how we look, it's about how we interact, and that's how we've been schooled, to the point that when you want to advertise some products, they have to put a woman to be able to advertise it, because it's about her beauty. But there's more to a woman than her beauty. There's a far more to a woman than her beauty. There's her mind, there's a lot of things. And that is what we want to showcase. That has been showcased in the book. And that's what we do around our seminars, our programs, our conferences, helping the woman to understand who she is as God has made her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much. Listeners, we will go on a short break. We will be back. Just remain there. For those live, we can still keep talking.
The unique experience. Living as One Events presents relationship talks, drama, Q&A sessions, music, love stories, ladies and gents session, and lots more. Registration fee at 150 Rand. Happening at Bread of Life Foundation Venue, Honeydew Shopping Center, Bayers Nordia Drive, corner Blueberry Drive, Unit 66, Laser Park, Honeydew. Saturday, 15 September at 11 a.m. RSVP on 072-851-8702.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za.
Welcome back to Love and Relationship. I'm still here with Pastor Chuks and Pastor Toyin. We're talking about the amazing power of women.
That's right.
A lot of women don't know who they are. They don't know the power within them. And before we went on break, Pastor Chuks talked about women being influenced by words.
Yeah.
And I remember that, when you speak to a woman, when you say one word to a woman that is abusive, she gives you back 10. That's when if you say to a woman, you're stupid, she says, your father is stupid, your mother is stupid, your grandfather is stupid.
Yeah, because that's another power that she has. She has the power to multiply
yes,
things.
Yes. So the one that, you don't want to see, like harvest, you don't give it to her.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with a woman. And you were just about to talk about the second.
Let's talk about that and then we go there.
Yes.
You see, the woman carries a womb. Woman actually means man with a womb. The womb has been given to woman to birth things.
Okay.
The first womb that was given to her is the womb of the spirit.
Yeah.
Okay.
before she had a physical body, she was pronounced by God to be fruitful.
Okay.
So how do you become fruitful with no womb? This is before they gave them physical bodies to exist. That's Genesis 1:26 to 28. God spoke and said, be fruitful to a male and a female, meaning that there was a womb in the spirit. And what's the purpose of that womb? That womb is given for God to be able to birth ideas through the man and his wife. And that's why God said to them, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion. But it starts with being fruitful, which speaks to the womb. So the womb is a very powerful organ in the body and in the spirit for birthing things. And God gave the woman that womb, the physical womb. So she's able to take a small microscopic sperm from a man, and 9 months later you have a 4 kilograms baby. That's amazing.
It's an amazing.
It's amazing. She's able to take an idea, turn it around, and create something powerful out of that idea. That's the power that she has. So that power to engage and produce stuff is a power that a woman needs to control and manage properly. Otherwise, you end up birthing things that she didn't want to birth. Because the womb does not select what seed that goes in. The woman has to select, not the womb. So the only thing the woman has is power of control, of access. She controls who goes into her. She's supposed to. And that's why everywhere in the world, no matter what culture, it's a criminal violation for you to bombard a woman without her permission. It's called a rape.
It's rape, yeah.
Yeah. And all cultures in the world abhor it. It's horrible. So, but when she is able to control that access, she's able to choose who goes in and who does not go in, who deposits seeds and who does not. And that's what, because she can't control what happens once the seed is deposited. She can't. But she can control the access to go and deposit the seed.
Wow.
So the woman is a stimulator. Let me come to that. What's a stimulator? Let me explain. For there to be fruitfulness, the man has to generate seed. But God designed man in such a way that seed does not come out of him by himself.
Okay. I'm listening.
Under normal circumstances, seed does not come out.
Okay.
A man produces seed best with the influence of a woman.
Okay.
If you look back and check, you'll find that the seed never came out of you without your wife. So her job is to pull seed out of you. And when a woman does a good job of pulling seed out of the man is happy.
Does that seed include money? Because they're also able to pool the seed of money.
Well, it goes together.
To pool the seed of money. Okay.
It goes together. But I'm talking about the physical seed that gives birth to human lives.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying money doesn't, fall into the list. It does. So the woman is needed to pull seed out of the man. She's needed. Under normal circumstances, seed will not come out of the man. So that power to pull seed from a man is called the power to stimulate.
Okay.
So her presence stimulates.
Okay.
That's why a beautiful woman walks into a room that has men, they start ogling at her. She wears something, that is a bit provocative. She gets a lot of attention. And girls who know that power to stimulate and don't have respect for God, they deploy that power to kill. They use that power to
Which
control
is not
men.
right.
No, that's an abuse of the power.
Okay.
Yeah.
They use that power to abuse men because they know that if I engage this guy, I can pull seed from him. And so for a woman, to be safe, she needs to know how to use that power wisely.
Okay.
It's one of the things that I teach women. Use your power wisely.
Okay.
The power to stimulate. You can't be involved in stimulating every man you meet.
Okay.
How many people can you take seed from?
Okay. I think I'll stop you there and go to your wife.
Is it too much?
So we've heard it that women have this power, but one of the things too I wanted to hear, I could ask Toyin is, can you give us maybe an example of a woman who kind of harnessed this power, worked with this power in a high level? I mean, I wouldn't say in fullness, because we still have.
No, I mean there are a lot of women in the Bible. Sarah,
yes,
Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Okay, I will also want her own perspective.
Okay.
There is also always a woman or a man that challenges us as Christians. Maybe there is a woman you really, learned from, somebody who inspired you.
Myself.
Yourself, yes, but from the Bible, from
My mother
a story.
from her side.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of someone. Basically, I think all the women that we know in the Bible had this exercise at different times.
Okay.
And it's a case of whatever roles or functions they had to execute in the Bible. There was that sense of what would I call it? A sense of something was pulled at them.
Okay.
To be able to do that.
Okay.
And that's where you have, and it's maybe as a reason. Okay, let me give an example of when the lady at the well, when she met with Jesus.
Okay.
What he pulled out of her made her be able to go back to the village, to go back to her place, and be able to draw the men of the city to come through. So it was that sense of an encounter that brought about a greater reward. So what we're talking about is stimulation as in when you're able to get the right seed, you're able to multiply it.
That's very good. Not to cut you there, that was a very good work from that woman. She went in, she became one of the first evangelists
That's
I knew
right.
who could draw a lot of people.
All the men in the city.
And
All
it was
of them
because of
too.
our encounter with him.
With him,
Yes.
Yeah. So
With Jesus,
when a woman is imparted,
Yes.
she can
rightly.
now multiply, right?
Rightly.
She can now multiply what she had. But you see, whether she's imparted negatively or positively, she will still multiply whatever is being put in her.
So if she's imparted negatively, we will
yeah.
see the effect, and that is a bit more you see around us.
That is
the negative impact of the wrong impact.
Yes.
And you see it around us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying to women. Please connect with somebody who can impact you positively.
Rightly.
So that you can be a positive influence. You can multiply a positive influence
because
in the
whether
society.
you like it or not, you are being impacted, and what you multiply
you will definitely
is dependent
multiply,
on what you are being, the seeds you receive. So be
okay.
careful of what you understand, that you have the power to multiply,
Okay.
and be careful about what you receive, because you're going to multiply it anyway. Yeah.
Wow. We have just a few minutes to wrap up, but before we wrap up, Pastor Chooks, I would like you to tell us about your upcoming event regarding the power. What's the title of it? Is also
The conference is called the Power of Women Conference.
Women Conference.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the conference started about 6 years ago.
Okay.
Where we gather women from all over the country once a year
Okay.
to help unpack to them the amazing power that they carry.
Okay.
So this year, the 6th edition, we are going to be having the conference in 3 days on Women's
9th
Day
of August.
on the 9th of August.
Okay.
And the theme this year, the Holy Spirit has asked us to minister to the women for healing of the wombs.
Wow. Okay.
We're going to be healing wombs, physical wombs, and then spiritual wombs.
Okay.
The womb of the body and the womb of the mind and the womb of the spirit.
Okay.
Because every part of you has a womb to birth things accordingly. So there's we're going to be bringing healing to the wombs. But what also is very special about this year is that we are offering women a day to minister to them spirit, soul, and body. So we have medical tests that we're offering for free.
Okay.
Where the women can come and get these essential tests that they need to do annually for free.
Okay.
The pap smear test and so on. And we've got qualified gynecologists and nurses who are joining us at the conference to minister to the women in this particular area. Wow. And we also have a business expo component of the conference. The business expo is an opportunity to encourage women entrepreneurs
Okay.
to go out there and push their dreams. So it's a day to post their products and their services for other people to see what they're doing and buy from them and establish future customers and so on and so forth. So it's a full day of great word from God, great music, and then the medical test, and then the business expo.
Wow.
So somewhere else you will find something that interests you for.
You do have to register. Because we have limited seating. And you register at our website, thepowerofwoman.co.za.
Okay.
Thepowerofwoman.co.za, or you could WhatsApp us on 081 421 0835, and we'll be able to help you with registration.
Okay, and where's the venue?
The venue is going to be at the Walter Sisulu Hall in Randburg.
Okay.
Conham Hans Kuman and Malibongwe Drive, beside the Virgin Active. That's where Walter Sisulu Hall is, and that's where it's going to be happening. And the dress code for the day is elegantly African.
Wow, interesting.
So we starting at 7 o'clock in the morning with photo shoot and red carpet, and then we start the conference right about 8 o'clock, and we are going to run all the way till about 2. We go for the medicals and then the business expo, and the day is wrapped up in style.
Wow, interesting. So viewers and listeners, you've heard it all. Pastor Chuks and Toyin is hosting this event. It's going to be wonderful. I've been privileged to be in one of their programs. It's always amazing, exciting, fun-filled, and impactful. So you are invited. Please extend invitation to your friends, your fellow women. This is going to be life-changing experience. Thank you very much, Pastor Chuks, for coming through.
Thank you for inviting us. Thank you.
And thank you, Pastor Toyin, coming through. We hope to have you again sometime in future.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, once again, I just want to reiterate the registration details for the conference. The powerofwoman.co.za. That's the website you go and you'll be able to register. And everything about the conference is there. Or you can also WhatsApp 081-421-0835. 081-421-0835.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you.
You can also get the book on our website.
The Power
On the
of
same,
Woman.
thepowerofwoman.co.za.
Yeah. And the book will also be available on the day of the conference.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
Until same time next week, please remain blessed. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za.
This message was sponsored by friends and partners of Living as One events. You are invited to our singles and married couples event featuring seminars, talk shows, Q&A sessions, single mingles, couples games, and many more. You may visit our website for details of our events and register at www.livingasOneevents.com. You can also get our books on relationships titled Why Should I Get Married and Living as One. We also do counseling for couples and singles who want to make the right decisions regarding their relationships. For more info, please contact us on 078 255 4517 or email us at livingasOneevents@gmail.com. Please tune in again for another episode of Love and Relationship. God bless you.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. Brandlive.co.za.